What is going on, guys? It is Matty Ice, and today I've got a pretty sweet gameplay for you guys on the map Lockdown. I am using the P90 Rapid Fire and Suppressor, and in this gameplay I do get a MOAB. It's a pretty sweet MOAB, but that's not really what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to give you guys a couple tips on generally how to become a better Call of Duty player. And this doesn't mean getting a MOAB every game, because I can't do that, but it means, posting up better scores, getting MOABs more often, or simply just getting MOABs in general, and becoming a better player and having more fun while playing the game. So one of the first things I wanted to discuss that's essential in becoming a better player is map knowledge. Map knowledge is so important. You'll hear all the best players that give out tips say this. You need to know where the other enemies are going to spawn. You need to know where they're going to be coming from, what flags they're going to be at. And one of the reasons why I really like to play Domination is because the spawn is very predictable. As you can see in this case right here, they have the A flag, they don't have any other flag, and so I know they're basically going to be spawning over and over again at A, so long as we don't push in too far. So I like how the spawn is really predictable. And in other matches like TDM or Kill Confirm, the spawns aren't as strong, so you can't predict them as well. But here, I generally know they're coming from the A flag. And another thing I wanted to discuss on how to become a better player was what sensitivity you pick. Now, sensitivity is really important, as you can decide how accurate you are and how much you can rush, how much you have to play defensive. Now, obviously there's two types of sensitivities. You can go with a low sensitivity, or you can try rolling with a high sensitivity. I myself personally, I like to run a 3 sensitivity, sometimes a 4, mainly a 3 for the most part. And that's because I really feel that my aim can be absolutely perfect on 3. If you talk to professionals like Fear Moho or other YouTube commentators like XJaws, XCal, XSF, I can't say his name, XSMFX the GOAT, or even Nerdy for the win. Those guys are all awesome players, and they all play on pretty low sensitivities, 3 or 4. And in this game, it's a twitch shooter, but it's more about map knowledge than it is running into enemy spawns like a madman. And so my basic suggestion would be start with a low sensitivity, and you can gradually move it up. Basically, for you guys, I would recommend anywhere from a 3 to a 5 sensitivity. Maybe you can roll 6, but I really wouldn't go anywhere above 5 sensitivity, because at that point you can already turn really fast, and you don't need to really do anything more than a 5 sensitivity. Just trust me on that, guys. And if you're one of those guys that plays on really high sensitivity, 7 through 10, unless you're a sniper, I'd recommend going back down to a lower sensitivity. I think just don't go back like immediately. Don't go from like a 10 to a 3. If you're at a 10, maybe drop it down to an 8. Then in another week's time, drop it down to a 6. And then eventually get it down to a 3 or a 4. But trust me, guys, you will become a much better player if you lower your sensitivity a bit. You'll just be more accurate. Not only will you be more accurate, you'll be more confident with your shots. One of the things I found when I raised my sensitivity up really high is that I lost confidence in my game a little bit. And when you lose confidence in your game, you don't play well at all. So I'd recommend a lower sensitivity. So just trust me on that, guys. Try the low sensitivity for 2 weeks or so. And you know what? If it doesn't work out, just go back to your higher sensitivity. But ultimately, I'm not here to tell you what to do. It's your decision. So you decide what's best for you. And also, I wanted to mention getting a headset. Now, as I mentioned before, map knowledge is really, really important in this game. But buying a headset and getting a decent headset is also very helpful in this game, because you can hear people's feet, and I generally feel that a headset, it puts you into the game more. It makes the game more fun for me. I know when I go over to my friends' houses and play a little COD, and I don't use a headset, I can't really do all that well. I mean, I can do pretty well, like maybe keep like a 2 KD, but it's just not as good as having a headset. So if you have a headset, you can hear enemies' footsteps from, you know, all the way across the map, especially if you get Sitrep Pro. If you get Sitrep Pro, you can hear the enemy's footsteps, oh man, from so far away. But that being said, a couple headsets I'd recommend. Well, actually, I can't really recommend too many because I haven't bought too many. The only two headsets I've owned, or there's three headsets I've owned. I've owned the Xbox Live headset, which it's not really all that good. I've owned the Turtle Beach X11s, and I've owned the Turtle Beach X12s. Now, I think the X11s are pretty much the same thing as the X12s, and the X11s and X12s, man, they are great starter headsets. You can literally sound whore people from across the map with Sitrep Pro in a headset. So give a headset a shot. And you know, the Turtle Beach X11s and X12s are so great because they're only like $40, $50. I mean, I got mine on eBay. I think I got them for like $30 as well. So definitely looking at getting a headset, especially if you play more than, you know, 5 hours a week. It's probably worth getting a headset because it'll make your gaming experience so much better. So yeah, back to the game. I wanted to talk a little more about tips specific to getting MOABs on lockdown. Basically, you either want to spawn trap them at A flag or at C flag, and that means, you know, getting 2 flags and letting them continuously spawn at the other flag. As I pick up this nice double spray there. So now that I have all my perks, that means I have all the proficiencies as well, and it means I'm basically gonna beast on kids. Now, as you can see, we don't have any flags here, and that's not good because that means that ultimately that they're gonna end up winning the game if we let them keep triple capping us. And so, as you can see, my teammates cap A, and I'm on a pretty good streak right now, so I don't really want to go cap B. And you know, that's one thing I almost always prioritize getting the MOAB, like over trying to cap a flag. Like I know capping a flag is important and we gotta win it all, but if I'm a few off a MOAB, I'm gonna keep going on the MOAB streak, just because, you know, it's only one game, so I prefer to get the MOAB. But no, I thought I was gonna take C there, but I guess I didn't. Oh man, get panic knife, son. Let's see, other tips on lockdown. Well, you know, in this building that I'm in right here, you can really sound whore the living hell out of these guys. You can hear their footsteps, man, like crazy. So that's basically what I'm doing here. You know, I have all the perks. I have Dead Silence, and I have Sitrep Pro, and so I'm sound whoring them like crazy. So once again, a headset will really help you get MOABs. Now, as you can see, I see the C flag is getting taken. I don't know why I didn't go right to the C flag. I must not have noticed it at first. At first, but anyways, just running around here with my specialist bonus on, and my teammates, we're getting triple capped here, and I'm getting kind of nervous because, you know, I don't want to upload a game that I lose, and so I think I jump on C here in a minute. Oh, maybe I don't, but let's see, other tips for MOAB. So when they're spawning at the A flag, what you want to do is you want to control this hallway here, and you also want to control the tunnel on the other side of the map. And what I like to do is I like to set my motion sensor in the tunnel and just kind of pop in and out of the tunnel and do work on their spawn. Now, when they're spawning at C, as they are in this video, what I like to do is I like to go up in this building, I like to clear out this building, and as you can see, I'm picking them off. And I actually heard those guys coming up, so I pulled out my FMG9s. And so they continuously just keep spawning at C, and I keep switching back between these two buildings, and you know, checking like where people are at, listening for footsteps. It's a pretty simple process, but as you can see, we're down 125 to 161, and this was a bit surprising to me as I'm playing with 2 of my friends. Normally we do go for the win, but I guess my other 2 friends were on a good oh, and yeah, man, that guy scared the living hell out of me. Thought I was gonna die there. But just to go on a quick rant, you know, Robert Bowling, man, seriously, final stand, dead man's hands. Just take that stuff out of the game. But hopefully next year, David Vonderhaar and the Treyarch team will we'll take it out of the game. But actually, my friend right here, he gets a MOAB, and so I was pretty pumped for him. And you know, I made a mistake. I probably should have taken the C flag at this point in the game, but luckily my teammate is doing it for me. And so yeah, we do end up taking C here. And so now I know I'm only, you know, a few off of MOAB. So normally when I'm only like, you know, 2 or 3 off of MOAB, what I like to do is I like to play pretty defensively and kind of pick people off. Just because, you know, I mean, it's so much better to get the MOAB than to get killed on a 23 kill streak or 22 kill streak, because that's a real bummer, especially when my friend's already got a MOAB this game. So, you know, it's really cool if we can both get a MOAB. And that's called a broab, by the way. As you can see, we're holding 2 flags. We're spawn trapping them at A, but we're down by a lot. So I realize there's 2 goals that I want to do in this game, that I want to accomplish. I want to win this game, and I want to get a MOAB. Now, look at this. I know I'm really close. I'm spraying this guy. Bam! Let's go. MOAB time. So, man, I was so pumped when I got that MOAB. It was just a big sigh of relief. But anyways, I completely ran right past that guy. I don't know how I didn't see him. But I'm showing to my teammates here that we got to triple cap him. Otherwise, we're not going to win the game. Now, as you can see, I got a really good spawn here, and my buddy Danny, or Little Packet, is capping the flag. He dies, and I somehow am able to get this flag cap off just in time, man. It was so close. And so at this point, we're down by about 30 points, and we really want to win this game. We know that if we can hold these 3 flags, we can come back and maybe win the game. Man, that would just be an awesome victory. So my friend Danny sees the B flag flashing, and he goes over there. And you know, when you want to win the game, you really want to put 1 person at each flag. And so right here, I am just camping the hell out of C flag. You know, at this point, I've got the MOAB. My friend's got the MOAB. It's been a pretty good game, and we don't want to lose it. So my friend's over at C. One of my other friends is over at B. Now I'm just chilling here at C. And so yeah, as you can see now, we're in the lead here. And I think this is the last kill right here. And I see it, so I give a knife for celebration. But that was a pretty sweet game, pretty sweet comeback, if you can ask, if I may say so myself. Final score, my team won 200 to 195. Pretty sweet gameplay, 58-14 with a MOAB and a friend's. Sorry about that, guys. The recording cut off, but if you enjoyed the commentary, please give it a like. I'll have a new commentary up in the next day or 2. But yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed. Peace.